When did you start doing luchador masks? Well, Goose, to be honest, I don't remember when I started doing luchador masks. I remember why I started doing luchador masks. I was in the middle of trying out a new technique that I'd never really tried before. And it was, I don't know why, but it was just harder. It was harder than anything I'd ever really done. And then somewhere in the midst of that, I started doing all these different type of line work and designs. I didn't really even start doing ink washes. It just kind of happened. It was, I'd been trying to figure out a way to have the ink on the brush and then wiping it across a bunch of things. So it would just look almost like little scratch marks, and to do shading. I was trying to figure out a way to still do shading like you would with a pencil. There you go. What is going on with that hair right there? This guy is just aggravating right now. You ever have that? Where like in the midst of trying to talk to somebody, you see your own reflection and you're like, what the fuck? You start primping and moving in their like sunglasses, like, oh, this is not okay. He's very, very strange. So anyways, yeah, I was just doing all these like lines and scratches and ticks and like trying to hatch and cross hatch, and it was very difficult. They started to look really cool, but I felt like there was a better way I could be doing it. And then I started experimenting with all these different types of ink. Like every type of ink I've run across. I went with colored inks, I went with old inks that were water-based, I went with oil-based. I even at one point in time went with quick-dry base. I think I least liked probably quick-dry base. They're a little too light. They don't have the same. When they go on about the same with the darkness. But as they dry a little muted. And I feel like you don't. It works when you're drawing it, but it doesn't work so well when you're actually painting it. The gray is. When you're doing the water, when you're doing an ink wash, you need to have kind of like this ability to make these various shades of like dark black, transparent dark black, which is not the same as just dark black, because it still has to be black, but it has to be thin. So that's where the wash part comes in. And then from that, you have to figure out how to best, what's the word? You come up with all these different types of transparent blacks and grays. And you don't really have a white. White is pretty much the page before you put any ink wash on it. So you have to be real careful not to try and overdo it. I like to use different types of brushes sometimes when I do ink washes because they work so much better. Like a lot of times, I'll use. These aren't even half my brushes, by the way. If I need to have like a thick line, I'll use something with kind of an edge on it. It's a thicker bristle. If I need something very light, I'll do something more kind of like a puffed traditional paintbrush. And then there's the toothbrushes. And there's so many different types. You've seen. I have lots and lots of brushes. These are like a tenth of my brushes. It's kind of, I don't know, you accumulate as you go, you know? It just makes sense. You're trying to get everything done, and you're trying to get all these different types of art forms seen and come about and everything, and it's just, it is what it is. One day I shall master this. Nope, other way. Nope, I ruined it. How about that? There we go. Okay, So yeah, this is the end of painter files. Hope I taught you a little something about techniques, or at least what works for me. All right, to the end of next time. Bye guys. Painter.